When you think Liverpool will win the league again, Sonny?
I don't know. If we get Jude Bellingham this summer, I will give it. I think we can be in a race next season. I don't think we'll win it, but I think we'll be up there next season.
No.
So I think the safe answer is probably in the next 5 years.
By the way,
you need Bellingham and another 3 other midfielders.
I was going to say this myth about Bellingham coming into your midfield and solving things.
No. But a good example of that is like. Look how Arsenal are doing this season with very little injuries, and then look how Liverpool done last season with very little injuries.
Jude Bellingham,
we just have to rely on things.
But Jude Bellingham doesn't fix your midfield issue.
You've needed a midfield since when you won the title last. That summer, that was the time to go out and reinforce that midfield. You need another CDM. You need a whole lot. You need a 6, 8, and a 10. You need all of it. So,
Gav, don't you think? I think with players like I might murder his name here, like Bashatic and Harvey Elliott and Carvalho. I think they've got some promising players there. I think they've got some good young players, but they definitely, if they got a Bellingham, I think they do need that experienced leader to play with Bellingham, and then one of those to play with him. I don't think
they've got one. They've got one. They're giving James Milner a year extension. There's your experience there.
They can have Eric Dyer. He used to play defensive midfield. He can go. He can
have Elneny as well.
You know what? Yeah, David started this train before me in it, but I'm on it now. Thiago Alcantara has been such a massive flop.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why?
Because he's never flipping available.
I told all of. I said us when he signed. Oh my god, you don't understand.
We talk about the midfield. People like to act like he's not there. They focus on Milner. They focus on Keita. They focus on Oxlade-Chamberlain. Fabinho's declining. They focus on all these players, but no talk for Thiago. Thiago, I'm never in the flipping team.
Thiago's not a flop.
He never plays for your club.
Thiago's given me one of the best seasons of my life last season when we went for the quadruple. You don't know how that feels.
And he won 2 trophies. He got you the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup.
He got you out of the 4 trophies.
I don't think you realise what you're saying, because we were like 3 games away from winning the quadruple. He's a flop.
Thiago Alcantara is a no better player for your club than Gini Wijnaldum. No better.
I'm sorry. I'm siding with Sonny. I'm siding with Sonny on this. You can't have a team that they were an hour away from winning the Champions League and 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
Did they win? Yes or no? Did they win? Yes or no?
Whoa, hang on.
Let him land.
Hang on. You've got to let someone make a point before you try and win the debate. Right. If you've got a player who played a lot of football last year in a Liverpool midfield, a team that were 2 games away from winning everything, right? They were 8 minutes away from winning the Premier League. I don't think calling him a flop. This is what I mean when I say that the football opinions go from 0 to hero. I don't know, why does he have to either be amazing or a flop? I don't get it. I've seen lots of games for Liverpool last year where Thiago was sublime, like ran the show. His passing was off the scale, but it's got to be hero or flop.
No,
why?
No. Let me explain my point of view. Let me explain my point of view because I started this whole, and then David, you can finish off because you've got a longer list than me. My issue is Thiago, when he was bought, his first season was. I'm looking at the broad spectrum. His first season weren't great. It wasn't. He wasn't really around. Second season, amazing games. You know what? Credit to him. Yeah, cool. But again, the issue's still there. The guy is barely around, and this guy is a Champions League. I swear, he's a Champions League winner, multiple league winner in multiple countries, and yet he can't. He's not around. He's not around to be this world-class player we can see. And I know his talent is amazing. When we were linked to him, I love the fact that we was linked to him. But now that we're looking at what he's produced, I can't say that it's been amazing. Maybe if you want to say flop, Charles, cool. But I don't think he's been that great. And he's part of the midfield problems because he's never there.
When you say he's never there, that's not true. That's not true that he's never there.
Majority of the time, he ain't there.
When he signed, I was told this guy's going to come in. He's going to get assist before assist. He's going to do this.
But that's not his game. That's not his game.
Sav, you weren't here when I was saying that's not his game. No one wanted to listen. Everyone was on there. Thiago's the best midfielder in the world. Blah blah blah. And he's not. For me, the reason why he's a flop is because the level that was given to him was this guy's going to be one of the best midfielders in the world. And ever since he's been at Liverpool, he ain't been that. He's been good. He's had great games. Have Liverpool become a dramatically better team with him in it? No.
They nearly won a quadruple with him.
Did they win a quadruple? Yes or no?
They won half of it. That's not bad.
But that's you can't blame that on. We can't say that on one player.
I'm not blaming that on Thiago and Thiago. My point is, it's the value added. Did Liverpool become a better team with Thiago in it?
Yes, because they nearly won a quadruple.
But by how much?
Yes.
No, they did not. If you're looking at that, Liverpool's last team last season was not Liverpool's best team under Jurgen Klopp. Not even close.
Yes, it was. Yes, it
No,
was.
it was not.
Yes, it
No,
was.
it
Yes, it
wasn't.
was.
It wasn't. I don't think it is
No, it
because
wasn't.
you didn't win
It's
the
not.
league or Champions League. The
Exactly.
two biggest
What are we talking about here?
No, you can't say that.
Hang on. Let me finish, please.
All right, go on.
What you nearly achieved was sensational, fighting on in all those trophies, but you didn't win two of them. So it's still. I still think you had a very good season, by the way, and that's why this season is such an embarrassment for you to go from where you were to where you are now. Is one of the biggest drop-offs I've seen from an elite level side in a long time. You didn't just win. Man United's was massive, but we didn't have Fergie anymore. We literally changed managers. To have the same manager to have spent record amounts on an attacker and to drop off this much is huge. But your seasons where you won the league at a canter and where you won the Premier League and Champions League and came second, you were a better team those years. And although, in my opinion, you were, because you won the two hardest competitions in the world to win, the Champions League and the Premier League. So, and I understand that you won the two domestic trophies and you went for all four, but you definitely take winning the Champions League over winning an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup.
Yeah, no, I would, but that doesn't make you a greater team. I don't think that makes you. I don't think that makes you the better team.
I'm just saying this. I think last season's team was very good, but the teams that won the Premier League and the Champions League were better than last year, in my opinion.
100%.
I disagree. I think it's so unfair to base it off two games.
It's not based on 2 games.
It is based off 2 games. It is based off 2.
Yeah, but it isn't though, because it's based on the whole season. No, because if Liverpool's start to last season was better, they would have won the league. They had to play catch up by 12 points because they lost multiple games. It wasn't about the last. You know when people say a bad refereeing decision could relegate a team? Yes, if they get bad decisions in every game of the season, they don't win any matches. If you win all your other games and get 40, 50 points, that one refereeing decision doesn't relegate you. It's a nonsense.
No, I know, but it's so sensational, Terry.
No,
it's so sensational.
Sav, what's sensational? We're saying the Villa comeback cost Liverpool a league title. What cost Liverpool a league title was their bad start to the season.
I agree.
So it isn't one game. What also is sensational is saying a team that didn't win the league or Champions League is better than Liverpool's team that won a Champions League and a Premier League back-to-back seasons. I think that's from a Liverpool fan. It's mad.
We were more consistent last season than we were for the other seasons. Even
No.
though we had a rocky start of the season, I believe we were more consistent because to be in every single cup all the way to the end of the season using your whole squad is ridiculous.
So Man United,
we failed to do that in the other season.
Hang on a minute. So Man United this season, are third in the league, right? So if we end up winning 3 trophies this year and finish third in the league, are we better than the year that Liverpool won the Premier League and just won 1 trophy then?
As your team, yes.
So this Man United team, if we win the FA Cup and the Europa League, we're better than Liverpool's title-winning team.
Yes, as a team, yes. Well, hang on, if you win what? Say again, if you win what?
If we win the FA Cup and the Europa League, plus the League Cup already won, we finish third.
Hang on a minute, because you're miles off the Premier League, which is the most games. I thought you said win the Premier League. Get out of here.
What do you mean? So if you look at it as more consistent last year, you weren't. You were 12 points behind at one stage.
No, because you're playing in the Premier League every single week. So you're always playing a Premier League game. You're always playing a Premier League game.
This
was about Thiago Alcantara. All I know is every time I watched Thiago play last year for Liverpool, that boy ran the Liverpool midfield. That boy is a class act. Yeah. So to call him a flop, he's not a flop.
I'm not saying he's a flop for him as a player. He's a flop for what he was brought in to do as that player.
Which was what? How do you know what he was brought in to do?
So he was supposed to transform and revolutionize the midfield of Liverpool.
Said
Yeah,
who?
wait.
Said every Liverpool fan when I told them.
That's fans. That's
happened.
fans. That's
I
fans.
I get your point, but here's the thing. Yeah, listen. Here's the thing. Yeah, he's supposed to revolutionize the midfield. 2 years later, or however long it's been since he's been there, they're now looking about redoing this midfield still. So it's like, if he's been bought to revolutionize it, where's the revolution?
But hang on. But KJ, this is the point.
I'm with Savra.
This is crazy. Look, at the end of the day, this is what I mean. Everything is so dramatic and sensational. Like, if football fans if I turn around and go, oh my God, Richarlison was brought in to score 40 goals a year. I'm a football fan. What I think doesn't matter. I don't know what he was brought in to do from the club, right? No Liverpool fan knows, right? Thiago Alcantara, for me, was clearly a stopgap for a couple of years. Yeah, this was a player to give a squad option, yeah, and was a stopgap. I don't know. Why is that funny?
But you've literally just told me he's world class. So how stopgap world class? Okay.
Well, hang on. Hang on. You didn't hear the words world class come out of my mouth. That's not true. Didn't hear those words come out of my mouth.
He's a class act and he runs.
Right, he's a class act. He's a class act. Yeah,
and he runs midfield. But he's a stopgap.
He didn't say he's world class.
Right, no, hang on. No. Right, hang on. Can we bring? Hang on. Let's bring a bit of sensibleness to this. This is where football fans get so silly. When I say a stopgap, what I mean is when you bring in Thiago at that age, you're not bringing him in to run your midfield for the next 5-6 years. You know you're getting a short shelf life out of him. But football fans have to go so dramatic with it. He's brought in to revolutionise and be their midfield for years. No, he's not. They would have done their homework. They would know that he's an injury-prone footballer. Yeah? But what he was brought in to do, when I saw him playing last year, he was sublime. He was brilliant.
You're literally explaining my point for me, because my point is, when he came in, I was like you, and I said all of this stuff, but none of them wanted to listen. And my point
is, that's on Liverpool fans being Liverpool fans, right? That's on them.
I'm going against Liverpool fans. I'm not going against Thiago as a player. I'm sure he's a lovely bloke. He plays football. He's a better footballer than me. He's better than Loftus-Cheek. That's cool. But that's not what I'm debating here.
Only just.